I'm John Carter and welcome to Primitive to Present. I'd like to give you a brief sample of one of the things Carson and I will be covering in our first video. Do you know much about black powder, long rifles? Just like in the movie The Patriot, aim small, miss small? I spent 3 or 4 years competing using a flintlock long rifle, and Carson has done the same over a decade. We know quite a bit about these firearms and we'd like to show them to you. The ability to be a quality marksman with them, and even invite one of our friends to compete alongside of us just to show you how difficult they are to shoot. We'll also do a comprehensive comparison of them to modern firearms. We hope you guys will post us some questions that we can answer in our first video, and we look forward to hearing from you. Please like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube, and we look forward to many years to come of Primitive to Present. This is my flintlock rifle. It is not an antique, it is a replica. It took about a year for me to build this rifle with the assistance of some of the shooters I was competing with at the time. Carson's rifle is very similar. He had the assistance of some other shooters building his rifle. Both rifles are 40 caliber and they both shoot a .395 round ball with ticking. So it is a patch round ball system. Our rifles are slightly modified versus the original antique style rifles. They're a little bit easier to clean and a little bit easier to shoot just from the fact that we have modern technology to assist us. That does not take away from the difficulty in shooting these rifles. They are pretty and they are fun to shoot. The average match would consist of about 25 to 50 rounds, and they would take several hours to do, and then it takes about 35 minutes just to clean this rifle. You have to run hot water down the barrel and get every piece of trash out of it, otherwise it will corrode. So this is my rifle. Please post any questions. I wanted to add a little more context than just the rifle. I use a mix of both modern and primitive tools when I'm loading and shooting my rifle. For instance, my loading tool, my powder measures, this one's plastic. They make historic replicas. I don't use one of those. My starting block, it's made out of nylon, put on a lathe, and then cut to fit what I need, and it's pretty modern. But when it comes to other tools, knapping hammers, I use the traditional stuff. I've got a brass one here and another brass one here with a steel punch. You can hit the rocks directly with these. I use different kinds of flints. These were the last set that I bought. They're all different shapes and sizes, and you do have to nap or trim your rock. Napping is what that's called. And I have cast my own round balls. These are some of those, I believe. I'm not sure if I bought these or I cast these. I've done it both ways. And you could often find me at Hobby Lobby looking at ticking, trying to figure out would this work for my patch stuff, my patch material. So I was just going to give you guys a brief overview of that. And, of course, like my knife blade that I use for my patch knife, it stays sharp. It's actually made out of a saw blade. So you see the cut here is from the center of a skill saw blade. Use different kinds of powder, triple F, and null B for my loading. Depends on if I'm using a primer pan or if it's actually what's going down the barrel. But just a quick overview. Please post some questions and Carson and I will do our best to answer them. We look forward to hearing from all of you and for you to join the Primitive to Present team. Please subscribe on YouTube and like us on Facebook, and hopefully soon Instagram will follow. Thanks guys. Have a great night.